Good morning, how are you? It's so good to see you again. You know, I have been doing this Facebook Live for a few weeks now. I'm just learning to look at you rather than look at me in front of the camera. So this is a training time as well. So I really want to connect to your eyes. So whether you're watching this video through Facebook Live or whether you're watching later on YouTube, because it will be uploaded in YouTube, doesn't matter. Because you can come back, if you're not here live, you can come back to me anytime to ask me any questions. So as some of you may know, I have been each week talking and discussing a different topic. So it has been sort of like a different theme. And these topics relate to the book that I'm about to launch on the 5th of May 2017. So this last week we talked about colors, your true colors. So if you haven't watched that video, I highly encourage you to go back to my Facebook page and have a look. Today I'm going to release your true colors guide. So in the comments below from the video from last week, I'll pop the comment there with a link so you can download that quiz or guide to find out your best colors. The colors make you look alive, that make you look like you are shining your light. But today we have a different topic, and today it's all about your clothing personality. And some of you may have never heard about this term, your clothing personality. And pretty much what I'm talking about here is your personal style. So before we dive into this topic, let me explain to you what personal style is. And to go a little bit further, let's make a differentiation. Let's make this clear. I want to really to explain what's the difference between style and fashion. So let's dive into this. So fashion, it's about the mass. You know, when we dress following the fashion trends, we are dressing according to what the fashion industry tells us about it, what our friends, wear, or maybe you are dressing to look like someone else that you like or you admire. So when you are dressing following the fashion, you're not really in touch with who you are. So you're following external conditionings. And that can be, it's okay if we do it from time to time, but if we do that and we dress following fashion all the time, you are following external conditionings. And that can be very disempowering. So truly, what will be ideal, and that's why I'm here, is if you can dress following your own personality. And that's what personal style is all about. So style is not about the mass, it's about the individual. It's about you, it's about me, it's about each of us. And because each of us, we are unique and individual, and we have our own tastes and our own desires, when you follow it, when you dress following your personal style, that can be such a sweet spot. Because the moment that you do that, you start to feel empowered, you start to feel confident, you start to feel that you're dressing for yourself, for your authentic self, if that makes sense. I consider some people watching there, so if you could please say hi in the comment below, that would be great. That makes these, live videos more exciting. So whoever is watching there, please say hello in the comment section. Thank you. So going back to your personal style, why this is so important and why I think it should be a must for every single woman. When you dress when you work on unleashing your personal style, tapping in your personal style, you realize that you start to follow what brings you, excitement, what sparks your light. And I can give you examples. For example, in my case, I feel really attracted to different textures. So when I say textures, I like, a combination of perhaps leather and silk or leather and fur. That makes me feel really excited. So when I do a combination, an outfit, and put together different textures and fabrics in one look, it's like, that's me. I like it. It makes me feel like alive. So I feel quite attracted to that. So this process of unleashing your personal style, it could take some time, because the reality is we haven't learned, most of us, anything about style. We haven't been taught at school. We haven't been taught, our parents or our mothers, haven't taught us neither. For some of you, maybe a minority, this is something that you have been experiencing in life. But for most of us, I was there as well until 5 years ago. I had no clue about my personal style and also brand, the way that I communicate with my clothes and colors. So next week, what I'm going to do is I'm going to prepare some information and some steps that you can follow to practice and to tap into your personal style. It doesn't, you won't get the answer in just one exercise. So the other thing that I'm going to suggest you is, because I want to leave you with some practical tools, is to go through Pinterest. I'm just going to send you the link in a minute, pinterest.com. And pinterest.com, it's a platform where you can pin photos from every different, any website, and create your own inspirational boards. Even if you don't want to create your board, that will be a great starting point. So if you go there and type, for example, let me actually tell you the main 6 different personal styles and personality. So we have one is a feminine romantic. The other one is a edgy, trendy chic. The other one is a classic elegant. The other one is more the bohemian, vintage, retro. The other one is a dramatic, sexy, or rock and roll kind of style. And the other one will be more like the natural, sporty, relaxed. So there are, this will be the main 6 personalities. And it doesn't mean that we are going to be just one personality or one personal style. We could be a combination of 2 or 3 different personalities, but generally speaking, we will have a dominant personality. For example, in my case, my dominant clothing personality is classic elegant. And then from there, I may add a touch of feminine, or I may add a touch of creative, or I may add a touch or something else in the outfit which is more chic and eclectic. So if you go, for example, into Pinterest.com and type there feminine romantic outfits, I want you to start exploring how these different styles look like. And you will find, for example, that the feminine romantic has a lot of, it's a lot about the details and feminine details like bows and frills and ruffles. You tend to see a lot of floral, soft pastel colors. And I'll give you an example here. This will be a top which is very feminine, the see-through, the frills there, the floral. And then in terms, for example, of accessories, this will be a very feminine, romantic accessory. So it has a soft fabric, and the pearls. Pearls can be very feminine and romantic. So let me show you another example here. Alright, so I have a shirt here with this sort of like more eclectic print. So there could be more like an eclectic creative, you could bring an eclectic creative outfit with this. And then you could add on top something quite, let me see if I can get this. Okay, so that goes this way. So this is a very dramatic and, kind of sexy necklace. As you can see, it has a lot of drama in there. Okay, so you can have a combination in one outfit of 2 or 3 different styles. But generally speaking, when you find out your core dominant personality, you can start shopping based on what brings you joy, because that's more you, that represents who you are. So before we wrap up this mini class, let me show you a few more examples. So I have here a blazer, but this blazer has a lot of sparkle. I mean, it's a purely sparkly fabric. So that could be a very, what I would call a dramatic blazer because of the texture. And then I have this blazer here, which is very classic. Yes, it has a bright red color, but it's a classic cat. And the fabric, it's very classic. It's a simple cotton structure fabric. And then, for example, with shoes, I could have the classic stilettos, black stilettos, patent leather. That would be a classic, elegant pair of shoes. Or I could have, again, something more blingy, metallic, more trendy, edgy style of shoes. And then, for example, with jewelry, this will be more like the natural sporty type of jewelry because of the material, because of the look. Anything related with like pearls and one solid metallic color, it's be more classic. That will be a more classic style of jewelry. And this little funky, colorful, fun necklace with lots of color could be more like the natural, or could be more like the creative style. Oh my God, this is such an exciting topic, and I can tell you I could go for hours, but I thought to give you a little bit of taste and a mini exercise so you can start applying and putting into practice to explore your personality. As I said before, next week I'm going to give you access to a free guide and sort of like a quiz on find out and explore more about your personal style. Is anyone in the video watching right now have any questions that you wanted to ask? I'll just wait for a few more seconds. And remember, unleashing your personal style, it shouldn't be put in the back burner. I think each of us should explore, our clothing personality, because it can be so rewarding and it can be so empowering when you think about it's about getting in touch with your own, with who you are, who you are as an individual, and who you are as, your personality, your unique set of values and tastes and desires. So it's a very exciting topic, and I'll be talking about this topic in the book, Dear Confidence, which will be launched very soon on the 5th of May through a Kickstarter campaign. So it's an online campaign. Beautiful girls, until next time, lots of kisses to you. Take care and have a great week. Bye.